Hello everyone, welcome back to another video with Learning Ramen. Today we're going to learn why do some students make the same mistake x plus y equals xy. But before we go into that, we will going to discuss the prerequisites of combining like terms, such as the multiplication concept, terms, integers, and variables. So a term is a single mathematical expression that can be a single constant, a single variable, or the product of both. So here in our example, we have 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. We're going to rewrite this in terms of multiplication. So here we have four terms. So we're going to combine these five since they belong on the same group. So instead of writing 20, we will just rewrite it as 4 multiplied by 5. And we can just leave it as it is because that will be very useful in dealing with variables later on. What if we have different numbers? So here we have 6 plus 4 plus 6 plus 4 plus 6. So as we can see, we have two groups of numbers here, such as 6 and 4. Now we're just going to group them based on their number. So since we have 3, 6, we're going to write 3 before it. That means 3 times 6. That is one group. Plus, we have two 4s. So we're going to write 2 times 4. And we can leave it as it is because once again, you cannot combine 6 and 4. Same goes with your x and y. So it's normal to have a plus sign between them. And for the last example, in the numeric term or multiplication concept, we have 10 plus 11 plus 10 plus 13. So here we can see that we have three groups. We have 10, 11, and 13. As you can see, we have two tens. So we will going to write 2 times 10 plus and plus, since we only have one 11 and one 13. So that's for the multiplication concept. Now we will going to apply the same grouping principle in our variables. Here we have x plus x plus x plus x plus 4. So what is a variable? It is a symbol used to represent an unknown value or a quantity. So basically, x or any letters that you can see in algebra corresponds to a different number. So same variable corresponds to the same number. So you can group them if they are alike. So we have a group of x and a group of constant. So we have x plus x plus x plus x. So we have a total of 4 times x. For the group of constant, we have 4. And in algebra, we can just write it as 4x. That means it is multiplication. Then we'll just copy the 4. And that's your answer right here. For the second example, we have 4x plus y minus x minus 2y plus 9. So here we have x, we have y, and we have 9. Since it doesn't have any variable beside it, that's what we call a constant. So let's try to group all the x and y's. So we have 4x. I'll cross that out. Negative x. Then for the y, we have y and negative 2. And for the constant, we have 9. Now let's combine all the like terms. So we have 3x. Y minus 2y is negative 1y plus 9. And that's your final answer. For number 3, we have 3x squared plus 5x minus x squared minus 2x plus 3. Here you might say that we have two groups, x and constant, but here, even though they have the same variable, they don't have the same exponent. So different exponent is a different group. Always remember that. So we have 3x squared, that's another group. 5x or x is another group. 3 doesn't have any variables, so that's another group. So let's write the group of x squared, 3x squared Then we have negative x squared. Then for the group of x, we have 5x and negative 2x. For the group of constant, we have only 3. Then we can combine like terms since we already know the groupings. We have 3x minus x squared is 2x squared. Then 5x minus 2x is 3x plus 3. And that's our answer. How about for another example? So we have a group of P and a group of Q and a group of constant. So you can pause the video here and try it on your own. All right, let's try to answer this one. So we have a group of P, we have 4P. Then for the 9Q, then we have negative 3P and negative 2P. And since we don't have a constant, we will not write anything on that box. And let's combine like terms. 4P minus 3P is 1P, and 9Q minus 2Q is 7Q. And that's our answer. For number 5, we have 7AB minus 4A plus 2B. As you can see, we have two groups again, a group of AB and a group of A. And since we don't have constant, we will not write anything here. So we have a group of AB, 7AB, and 2AB. Let's cross that out. Then a group of A, we have negative 4A. Now let's combine like terms. 7AB plus 2AB, it's 9AB minus 4A, since there's nothing to combine on that part. So we have 9AB minus 4A, and that's our answer. And here we have number 6. Although the M and N are still the same, they are not on the same group because, again, we need to be careful with our exponent. So here we have two groups, the group of mn squared and the group of m squared n. Since, again, we don't have any constant here, we will not write anything on that box. So let's start with the mn squared. So we have 10 mn squared, and we still have another 2mn squared for this group. And for the group of m squared n, negative 5m squared n. Now we can combine like terms. 10 plus 2, that is a total of 12 mn squared minus 5m squared n. And that's our answer. And for the next problem, we have 3 problems prepared for you here. In number 7, the terms are already grouped. You just need to combine and write your final answer. For number 8 and 9, you need to create your own table and write your final answer. You can share your answer on the comments below. And I hope this video helps you understand how to combine like terms and not to make the same mistake of combining x plus y into xy. Thank you for watching.